up, guys? So today we're gonna check out the BMW i8. We already did the i3 and the Model 3 for you guys. The i8 is gonna be a little bit more performance oriented. We thought this would be a fun car because it's still an electric based car. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit more specs on the car later. But this is BMW's i car. So again, this is part of the i3 and the i8. This is supposed to be BMW's first electric sports car. So we're gonna see how it is driving around throughout the day, and we're gonna see how it is on some back roads and having a little bit of fun with it. So far, I really enjoy the car. It looks really cool. The only thing I don't like is that little 3-cylinder motor. The car kind of sounds like a lawnmower. Hopefully with the electric motor and the gas motor though, we end up having a fun car here. But either way, I'll let you guys know. All right, guys, so we finally got in the car. We're driving around the Venice area a little bit here. First thing you gotta do when you get in any BMW is put it in sport mode. So you take the transmission, knock it over here to the left, they'll put it in sport. And the car sounds different. You know, I was saying it sounded like a lawnmower. I was giving it a little bit of shit, but the car sounds good once you put it in sport mode. Crazy again with the 3-cylinder motor that it sounds like that. The car's kind of quick too. You know, one criticism I gave of the Model 3 was the braking. The brakes feel good on this car. The car feels quick. It doesn't feel like it has a ton of power. It doesn't feel like it's gonna be the M3 or M4, honestly, but the car feels good. And the seating position's low. The car's low. It's pretty flat. So honestly, it's been a pretty fun car to drive. I mean, I roll on it, sounds great. So we're gonna head down here to the beach. I'll do a little bit more walk around the car, try to get some footage today, but we're probably gonna do most of our drive tomorrow. What's up, guys? So we finally made it to one of our favorite pizza places right here in Abbot Kinney. I know it's real noisy out here, but one thing we're noticing right as we stop out here is people just love this car. They love the design of the car. They love the shape of the car. If you look at the ride height, it just looks exotic. So it's been a really fun car to drive. Even without the doors up, the car has a lot of presence. People really notice the car. We're going to take a little bit more time to play around with the car today. We'll probably pick up on some tomorrow. Try to hit Angel's Crest with the car. Go for a little spirited drive and see what it does performance-wise. But just driving around town, it's a fun car. It turns a lot of heads. And right now you can get these really sub 70,000, maybe even sub 60,000. So it's a cool car, especially for the money. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of the tour. What's up, guys? So we're in the car now, headed to Sunset Boulevard. So as you see in some of the other videos, the videos are pretty Fast and Furious inspired. We were going to Neptune's Net, which is where they went when they first built the Supra in Fast and Furious. And then today we're going to start on Sunset Boulevard, one of the most famous roads in the world. And we're going to start in East LA at Toretto's cafe that he had in the movie. And we're going to head on out to the beach in Malibu, right there by PCH, where they took the Supra when they first built the car. Over the last day, we've had a lot of fun with this i8. Noticed that the car's pretty quick. You know, I talked a lot of crap about how fast the car was, the skinny tires on the back, how the car sounded, the lack of horsepower. But the car, when you drive it, it really puts everything it has together. It feels fun to drive. It's a solid car. It's easy to drive in the city, but still fast on the highway. Can get up there a mile an hour easy. It just feels like a solid car. As much crap as I talked about, I'm really starting to enjoy this car. So hopefully we have a little bit of fun driving it down Sunset today. And next stop is Toretto's. So right here, guys, this is one of the famous bridges. It's the 4th Street Bridge. I feel like there's no better place than the 4th Street Bridge to see. I know what you guys are wondering. Can you drive with the door up? And now we've answered that question. Alright guys, so I lied. We actually are about to hit Toretto's after this stop here. We wanted to stop and grab some food, so we stopped in the Arts District downtown LA. So downtown LA is kind of broken into a few different areas, Arts District being one of the areas on the outskirts of downtown. They've kind of built this up, a lot of good food here. It seemed like a good place to stop and grab some food before we hit Sunset and take the car down the rest of the road. So I just wanted to play around with the doors. You can drive with the doors up, definitely don't recommend it. But I thought it was something cool to do. 4th Street Bridge is super historic and just a cool place in the area. Again, last night we had a lot of fun with this car at Angel's Crest. Took it through the canyon, so all-wheel drive was great. The fact that the car doesn't have a ton of power actually made the car even more fun. I noticed that sometimes when you get a car with a lot of power, you're going to have a lot of trouble kind of getting used to the car. But this car here, you can stomp it, pedal all the way to the floor, and you can keep going with the car. And the power doesn't really become something that you're worried about. So we're going to go grab some food, stop at Toretto's, and keep this drive going. So we made it, guys. Right here is pretty much the start of Sunset Boulevard. We're at the fucking famous as hell Bob's Market, which is a Toretto's store in Fast and Furious. One of the craziest things right when you pull up here, I'm gonna include a shot, is these tire marks. So let's show you guys the tire marks real quick. Right, it's crazy how many people come here and just do burnouts. It's probably crazy if this is where your house is, but obviously a super famous spot from the movie. People love this spot. But today we're starting right here on Sunset with the I-8. This was inspired by a drive we saw on Vice, just going from one end of Sunset to the other end of Sunset. When you notice East LA, it kind of starts with a little bit lower income part of the city. A lot of people have been here forever. And then when you go to the other end of Sunset, you're kind of moving up to an area where it's a lot of prominent people, a lot of the entertainment people, a lot of the money in the city. So it's going to be fun to take this car from both sides of LA and show you both sides of LA and show you the I-8. Alright guys, so we're back in the car here. We're headed down Sunset. And this is kind of like Silver Lake Echo Park area. Really at this point we're starting to get into Hollywood area. The car's fun. A lot of exotic cars or a lot of cars that are kind of sporty are just a pain to drive through the city. And this car here does fine. When you have it in comfort mode, the car is really easy to drive, really smooth. The transmission is not harsh at all. It's just really easy to drive in the city. And as soon as you get it out, put in sport mode, the dash turns red, you get this thing out in the canyons, and it drives like a sports car too. So really dope car for the city, going out. I mean, it's just a good car for if you're only gonna have one car, you don't have a weekend car, this is your only car, it's not bad. Again, storage space is pretty limited. You'll notice there's no side panels here, there's not a lot of storage in the trunk, but has a little bit of storage, and it's a car that you can really drive every day. One little feature though that kind of annoys me a little bit here is the window. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop the window here, and you can see that the window doesn't drop all the way, so you can't actually put your arm up on the window there, especially with how low the car is. It feels like it would be nice to have an arm up on the window there, but just nitpicking little features. Besides that, the car's a blast to drive, and we're gonna keep going down Sunset Boulevard, heading through Hollywood to Beverly Hills. Alright guys, so we're in Beverly Hills now. We're in the opposite place of East LA, Echo Park. This is the richest area. You can see there's just shrubbery everywhere, big gates everywhere. It's really hard to see into the properties. So now we're out here in kind of the wealthy area of Los Angeles. Still a bunch of traffic, still red lights everywhere, but definitely a lot nicer area, a lot more space between the houses, and we should be over here at the beach pretty shortly. Alright guys, we made it here. We are at PCH. This is Route 1 in California. This is one of the most famous roads out here. This road goes from Southern California all the way up north. This is going to be our last stop with the i8. The car was a bunch of fun. As you can see, the car looks beautiful. It's a cool car. Easy to drive in the city, fun in the canyons, and honestly, the car feels fast. Besides the doors, the car actually performs well. It handles well, it stays flat in the turns. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I want to show you a couple more things on the i8, and that's going to be about it. So come right this way. So right here, guys, check out the carbon fiber body on the car here. So you see the carbon fiber weave on the body of the car here. I mean, the car, BMW really tried to have something that was showing what BMW can do in the electric market. So this car really was, again, BMW's try at an electric performance car. And although I don't like it quite as much as some of what Tesla did, I think BMW did a great job with the i8. And at this price point right now, I don't think you can do much better. Thanks guys, like, subscribe, and we'll get another car out soon. I'm thinking the Mercedes-AMG GT. So check it out guys.